Are you considering a trip to Las Vegas?
Do you want to know what the best hotels are on the Las Vegas Strip?
Well, let's get lost in some hotels and we're going to tell you what our favorite ones are.
In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart.
This month we're celebrating all of those amazing people around the world who are helping others. And today we're going to be celebrating
the Animal Foundation. The Animal Foundation is actually Las Vegas's largest animal shelter. They are an open admissions shelter, so they do take in every animal that is presented to their doors. So that is some pretty big shoes to fill. And they definitely need a lot of help taking care of those animals, whether it's feeding, walking, donating your time, helping to volunteer to get animals adopted. There's a lot of things that go into running an animal shelter.
So check out the links below to find out how to donate directly to them, as well as another link so you can learn more about them. Now let's get to that video.
So one of our favorite hotels to just kind of explore and hang out in, that I think also has some good restaurants, is the Paris.
Yeah, the Paris Hotel is right off the Las Vegas Strip. You'll see it because it's got the Eiffel Tower and like a blimp in front of it, so it's pretty clearly distinguishable between some of the other hotels that are on the Strip.
Agreed. And it's got so many restaurants inside. They've got some burger places, some quick eats places. You've got Mon Ami Gabi. You've got the Eiffel Tower restaurant.
You got the Vanderpump restaurant.
Is in there. They also have like a central bar area. The casino floor is actually pretty small, but for us, we don't gamble, so having a large casino floor isn't a big deal for us.
One of the cool things for the casino floor, though, is the ceiling is painted like the skyline, and then they have the braces for the Eiffel Tower coming through the skyline, basically into the casino area, which gives it a sort of really cool feel. And then on the outskirts, they have like apartment complexes and stuff, like I don't know, I don't want to say painted, but it's sort of like that sort of
like a fake
feel.
Town.
Yeah, feel. So you kind of feel like you're in Paris when you're in there, and it's a really, really, really beautiful casino and hotel, and it smells good too.
And one of the benefits of the Paris is it is connected to Bally's. So there's literally a point in the middle towards the parking garage where you can go left or right to go to the Paris or to go to Bally's. So if you wanted to go experience the Bally's casino, it's literally you can just walk inside the casino without having to go outside into the elements.
And one of the kind of neat things too is they have like this cobblestone thing for the shopping area. So it does feel like a small sort of European market feel to it, which kind of gives it a nice little pace.
And another thing about the Paris Hotel is it's centrally located. So across the street,
Centrally located?
Centrally located.
There you go,
Centrally located. It's across the street from the Bellagio. So literally you can see the fountains from the Paris. And then on either side, you've got other major casinos. You've got the Aria that's not too far. You've got the Cosmopolitan that's not too far. And then you've got shopping. So you're kind of really actually centrally located right at the Paris without having to pay some of the prices of some of the bigger hotels. And they typically have a decent rate for the fares on their rooms.
Which is really nice for those people who want to gamble. Again, the floor in the Paris is an okay size. It's not like it's small, but it's not as big as some of the other ones. But you can easily get to those bigger casino floors within probably like 5 or 6 minutes of walking there. So you have a bunch of different options because of the location of the casino and hotel where you can get to the different areas.
Yep. And like we mentioned before, tons of food. So like if you don't really want to go too far away from where your room is, there's definitely a bunch of locations, and a lot of there's some really fancy ones, like Nobu is in there, which is this really fancy sit down Japanese place, like very, very like 4-star Michelin star chef rated restaurant. And then you've got Mon Ami Gabi,
which is a great cheap eats, and it's probably one of our hidden cheap eats on the Strip if you watch that video. But definitely another great place that serves a little bit on the more cost efficient side of it.
Yeah, so you're gonna find a little bit of everything over at the Paris. You can find the posh and you can find just the average, which I think is great. It's very accessible and cost affordable. which
Yeah.
is hard to find sometimes on the Strip.
Exactly. And if you're thinking about really strong sort of casinos to stay at, this might be one. But let's see what number 2 is.
Number 2.
Number 2. So number 2 is MGM Grand. It is one of the first places we spent 24 hours in on the Strip. So it has a special place in our heart.
Yeah, its rooms can vary depending on the price point and what you pay. But for the most part, you're pretty centrally located. In terms of where you're at on the Las Vegas Strip, you're really close more to the shopping side of things because you have all of that shopping with the M&M store and the Hershey store and the World of Coke and all of that before you hit some of the other casinos. But also going the other way, you can kind of hit up the Excalibur, Mandalay Bay, and all of those.
And one of the reasons we put it on this list is because it does have a bigger casino floor. A lot of the other ones we're going to talk about kind of have a little bit smaller casino floor. So this one has a really sort of big casino floor. If that's your focus, just to kind of hang out and do some gambling, this is a great place.
Another thing is their pool, while seasonal, has a lazy river.
Yeah, I love the lazy river because
And
I'm a lazy man.
it's big. It's not like this tiny little lazy river. It's a pretty big lazy river that covers the entirety of their pool. And again, it's a seasonal pool, so it's not open year round. But if you're there when the pool is open, it's actually a really nice pool. And depending on where you're sitting, you know, you can go get the drinks by the pool, you can have food by the pool, and just have a nice, chill, relaxing day.
Another hidden piece of the MGM Grand is if you stay in the older tower, the rooms are like right on the Strip almost. So you basically just leave the rooms, you walk probably like a minute or two, and you can get right out onto the Strip. Now the rooms aren't the nicest, that we will 100% agree with that, and they can be a little musty because there's no real separation between the bathrooms and the actual rooms. But other than that, if you're not planning on staying in your room that much and you're really just using it sort of like a main base while you do some other gambling or go see shows or things like that, this is a great decision for that because it's so easy to get on the Strip. Some of those other hotels that you see, and we're going to talk about later in the video, it is going to be a really, really long walk.
One of the cool things too, though, about MGM is they do have entertainment there. So they have the David Copperfield show, which
The great and amazing David Copperfield.
which we saw, which was actually really cool. So you can go catch a show. They also have a lot of different restaurants to pick from. We've tried a few since the few stays that we've been there, and for the most part, they're all kind of like, they're okay. They're not the greatest we've ever had, but they're right there in the casino, so you don't really have to go super far. I think my favorite so far has been the Asian Wok. I think that one was
Yes.
probably my favorite.
That's, I think, our best meal there so far has been Asian Wok. We do not recommend the buffet there. Just whole legit tip there. Don't waste your time.
Yeah,
on
the
MGM
buffet at the MGM Grand just is not what it used to be. And I remember when I was a kid, we went to the MGM Grand for a breakfast buffet. And granted, I was a kid, but I remember that stuff being the bomb. And then we went and it was like, wow, this is what it looks like.
But again, though, it's a nice and spacious hotel. It's got a lot of room. It's got a lot of things going on there. So if you don't want to leave the hotel, that's a possibility. But also, if you're just using it as the main hub, those older rooms are definitely another opportunity too. And plus, where else can you get? I believe the robot bartender is there too as well, isn't he?
Yeah. So that is going to be our number
two.
two.
So what do you think number 3 is?
I don't know. Is
Let's
it going
find
to be
out.
the one you nip slipped? So, another one that I think is just a gorgeously made, well thought out, just overall nice casino / hotel is the Bellagio. Like, you can find shopping there. You can find entertainment there. You can find fine dining there. Their pool is spectacular.
Yes.
I mean, I can't really be a judge of like how long it's going to take you to get from your room to the casino floor. But I will say, if you stay in this casino, you would never have to leave. They have spa services there. They have shopping, like I said. And they have a Cirque du Soleil show, and they have like at least 15 different restaurants varying in price and style, so to speak. They've got the conservancy. You've got the fountains. I mean, what else do you need?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest pieces for us is the free stuff, right? So you got the fountains, which is a free show. You got the conservancy, which is a free show. You've got the art displays throughout the hotel itself. So there's just pieces scattered throughout the hotel. But you also have that huge art display that's right at the check-in area too, which is what we're seeing on the screen right behind us. Just this beautiful, beautiful looking thing there. So you have all of those free shows. Plus you have a chocolate fountain at the pastry shop that's right by the conservancy, which is one of the things that people say you must see when you go to Vegas. So Bellagio has a ton of free stuff that is like a must see in Las Vegas. That in itself catapults it up this list.
Yeah, and if you're somebody who's into luxury shopping, they've got you set. They've got Hermes, they've got Tiffany's, they've got
Rolex,
Stella McCartney. I mean, they've Louis Vuitton, like anything that you can think of, they pretty much have at the Bellagio.
And it is a beautiful hotel. It's definitely a different change of pace in most of the areas. Now the casino floor is busy like all casino floors are, and it's pretty spacious. It's one of the bigger ones that we have seen too. It's a decent size casino floor. But outside of that, there's a whole different atmosphere in some of the other areas, especially towards the convention center. There's some nice little sitting areas where you can kind of hide away and check out a book or just do some people watching.
Yep.
All of those things are available there, whereas a lot of the other hotels like Caesar and stuff, you always feel like you're rushed and being sort of pushed through it.
Yeah, and you can't find anywhere to just sit.
Yeah.
Like, at the Bellagio, you can find a lot of spaces to just sit and not feel like you have to sit at a gambling machine.
And the pools, I should say, there's multiple pools, but the big one that's in the middle is next level. It's so big and spacious. Doesn't have that many cabanas, it looks like, as some of the other pools that we've looked at, but really super spacious and really in kind of a nice area. We went there at night and you see it in our video. It was really, really cool. All of the sights and sounds that you get at that pool, definitely worth checking out.
Yeah, and so far I have to say everybody's like customer service there has been great, and I can't wait to go back and book our official stay and just explore everything in the Bellagio. We'll probably do another 24 hours and hit up another show and hit up some dining and check out the pool, maybe do a little shopping, all in 24 hours.
So make sure to subscribe to the channel to check that out when we do it next year. So that was a super cool hotel, right? I think one of the last parts that we want to talk about though, the Bellagio, is just the atmosphere being different. You know what I mean? Like you have the very wealthy part to it, but you also have those like conservancy and stuff, which feels sort of like a back to sort of nature type of place to it too. So I think it kind of gives both of those contrast in that section.
Agreed. And it's an MGM hotel, so if you're an MGM Rewards member, you can use your rewards to book stays at the Bellagio.
Yeah, and the delis inside of it was probably one of the best breakfast that we've had on the strip. So
Agreed.
Definitely check that one out.
It was tasty, and it wasn't really that expensive overall for what we got. So yeah, the Bellagio overall just has a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I mean, if you counter in the free stuff, the great food, the great atmosphere, and the ability to sort of take a break and be in the middle of all that crazy, plus it's centrally located, you can't beat it.
Agreed. So that is our top
hotels directly on the Las Vegas Strip.
Yeah, let us know in the comments below if you've stayed at any of these and what is your favorite place to stay when you come to Las Vegas, because I'm always interested to know where everybody else likes to stay.
Yeah, are you more of a Fremont person or are you hitting up somewhere else?
So make sure you guys like this video.
Hit that subscribe button.
And ring that notification bell so that you get notified when we do 3 videos a week.
At least 3 videos a week.
And this month, we are doing a video every day.
Because it's a legit holiday.
So come celebrate with us and make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, because when we hit 1,000 subscribers, we're jumping off a strat. So, you know, just throwing that out there.
So we'll come and get you for the next one.
And we'll see you tomorrow. Ain't that the
truth,
baby
baby
Ruth?
Bye.
So thanks guys for coming and hanging out with us today for Legit Holiday. We'll be back tomorrow with a brand new episode for you guys to enjoy. Make sure you guys check out the comments below so you guys can follow the links for all of the organizations that we're following this month. And we will see you guys back here tomorrow. So make sure you guys like the video.
Hit that subscribe button.
And ring the notification bell.
So you get notified when we do at least 3 videos a week.
And we'll come get you in the next.